A very good afternoon to you, and thank you for keeping it MKU TV. This is Tujiangalie show, and of course, I'm your host Lilian Mukiri. And today, I'm not alone. My co-host is here.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us on this particular edition of Tujiangalie. It's always a joy and a pleasure in our hearts to have you join us every time. And of course, you can keep the conversation going on our social media platforms. That is on Facebook, Tujiangalie Show, on Twitter at Tujiangalie, and on Instagram at Tujiangalie. And of course, our SMS line is 22232. Be sure to keep the conversation going, and we sure will sample your comments.
And today, we're going to talk about a topic that touches most on youths, a topic that has shifted its focus from the youths even to the married. Apparently, we're having a lot of them having them.
Yeah.
I'm talking about sponsors.
Yeah, we're talking about sponsors. And of course, we'll get to understand deeply what exactly who is a sponsor, why people are going for sponsors these days. It's so much. It's not something you're not going to find if you walk around the streets, especially on Friday night. It's a members' day.
Yeah.
So the members are all over with sponsors, and they claim they are enjoying life.
And I'm not quite sure where they get them from. And today we have our guest, and they're going to tell us where they get the sponsors from. But before we get there, I would like to give them a chance to introduce themselves to us so that we can know them. And today I want to begin with a gentleman. He's privileged to be the only man.
Yeah.
So he will tell us his name, then we'll move on.
Thank you very much. My name is Simon Mwakoma. I am a student at Mount Kenya University.
Thank you. Hi, Lilian. Hi, Rehab. I'm a student at Mount Kenya University. I'm pursuing a degree in journalism. Thank you for inviting me.
Your name, please?
I'm Sharon Akinye.
Hi everyone, my name is Rosaline Getao. I'm a businesswoman, I'm a student, and I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us on this discussion today. Yeah.
And I would begin this discussion by asking, who is a sponsor? Maybe Rose, you can tell us who is a sponsor.
From what I understand, a sponsor, literally a sponsor earlier then meant someone who would help you to achieve something you wanted. But at this current situation, at this age, at this era, a sponsor is simply someone who is like a shortcut. I can call it a shortcut. Someone who helps you. It's a shortcut you take in life so that you cannot go step by step to a journey to success. You just want a shortcut. You want someone to come and cater in for your needs, for your success. Just a shortcut. I just call it a shortcut.
And and maybe from our gentleman here, who is a good sponsor in your view?
A good sponsor. A good sponsor will be Jesus, in my view. Yes. In this era, a good sponsor. A good sponsor will be now someone who funds a project and sees it through to completion. That's a good sponsor. You invest in something and you make sure it bears the fruits that it's supposed to bear.
Now, being the gentleman that I hope you are, do you believe in being sponsored? And of course, I know you understand what we mean here by sponsored. We are not talking about the
Hiyo za shule na huko.
we are not talking about
yes.
that. You know what we are talking about.
Yes, so as my colleague here, she said that now the term now it's been misused. So now a sponsor now will be a person whom you expect to gain from that person. It's like he's the host and you are the pest. So you are sucking out of that person. Yeah. So now this will mean that you are gaining monetary values, or any other things that are also physical in terms of maybe houses, cars, the good stuffs. That's what I'll call them. Good stuffs are associated with good life. It's things that will make you live and feel happy and not even remember your parents that exist.
Okay.
Thank you so much. And maybe Akini, you are a campus student.
Yeah.
What is a good life to you? What are good things to you, especially in
things.
campus?
Especially in campus. For me, going out, having dinner in expensive restaurants, using plane is the mode of transport instead of going with matatus.
Oh,
Yeah. Wearing fancy clothes, having a life that you always desire, you may one day have it, but now you having it at the time that you're not supposed to have it. So you're enjoying that life in a way that if somebody looks at you and she asks you, where are you getting the money that you're doing all this shit or having a good phone, having a good laptop, you'll be like, actually, I'm being given by my sponsor. So that's the good life we're trying to have in campus. We're using that shortcut, like Rosalind said, going through the sponsor and having that money so that you can use it to have a good life in campus.
so you prefer having that life?
Yeah, I do prefer that life.
So let's hit the nail on the head. Do you have one?
I do.
Oh, Jesus.
That's a nice one.
Okay, so maybe to get something clear, to what extent exactly do you go with a sponsor? What extent?
Not that extreme, actually. With the sponsor, the only connection you do have is you give him the pussy, and in return, you get all your desires you want.
So if today I want to live in an expensive, let's say a gated community, with a sponsor, I'll get that.
Of course,
Where do you get these sponsors?
the rollover
Where?
in clubs, in malls. You just go approach someone.
You do the approach.
You can do if they don't approach you.
Let's get your story. Did you approach one or did they come to you?
I didn't have only one sponsor. Like, you can have even 3.
How
So-
did you get to getting them?
Good.
The 3 of them.
Some approached me. I was in town, then somebody approached me, called me through the window of the car. By the time I saw the car, I was like, oh, thank God I saw this car. Let me just go. Another one, I approached him. I was in the mall and I saw this quite elderly nigga. I was like, wow, he do have money. Like, I can approach him and maybe we have dinner or a day together. And that's how we knew each other.
But the main question is, where exactly, Lillian, is we going as a society? Because you hear what she's saying, what exactly a sponsor wants, and they would be ready. She is, for example, ready to give exactly that to the sponsor. I wonder where we're going to as a generation and as a society. And I wonder, what's your take? Would you consider getting a sponsor for yourself?
As for me, I wouldn't. It's not even something I can think about. The word itself, it's not even something I can think about. Yeah, I don't prefer having a sponsor. Just follow the steps that you're required in life. There's nothing like a get rich quick scheme. Sponsorship is just a get rich quick scheme. And it's only temporary. It's only guaranteed for a certain period of time. So for me, I just want a long-term thing. I want to earn my own money. I want to take credit for my own success. And I want it to be long-term. Something I can leave to my grandchildren. Something that my grandchildren will inherit. So for me, sponsorship is not an option.
But again, these sponsors, we
Yeah.
have we have really good sponsors
Yeah.
who will even open up a business for you,
Yeah.
and you'll get your own money.
Yeah.
What about that?
Okay, as I say, there's someone who said to me, there is nothing like free lunch. There is a cost to that business that you've opened, and it's not basically your own hard work, it's his own. So what if he decides, I opened this business for you and I'm tired of you, so why don't you just leave my things alone? You've worked, you've served this business for such a period of time, but it's time to leave. Because yeah, but if you're wise to, I don't believe you're wise if you follow a sponsorship. If you are wise, you would have found your own good way to start your own business. But the fact you wanted a shortcut, trust me, that is not long term. You are wise in your own way, but you're not wise. You're just trying to fool us. I was wise. I used this money to do this, but in real sense, you're not wise. If you are wise, you would have used that wisdom to start your own thing from the rock bottom. Exactly.
Trust me, I'm in love with her. I'm in love with this girl.
No,
I'm in
but
love.
I want before we even move to the next question, I want us to understand one thing, that most of us may be blaming these girls, these gents, for sponsors and all that. But again, I'm looking at it in a different perspective.
All right.
Sponsorship began way much even before we were born.
Okay.
During the times of our grandmothers,
All right.
if I'm not wrong. Because at that time, your own family would identify an old man who is wealthy in that society. And then they would negotiate with that other family, bring in the cows, and then maybe you're in the river fetching water.
Yeah.
Some guys are sent and you're abducted. That was a form of sponsorship. Only that the family on this matter was benefiting. Apparently, in the recent life,
Yes.
you as the lady, you benefit. You as the lady, you have a choice to make. At that time, you never had. At that time, your family benefited. So why are we viewing it
But maybe
as something that is so wrong?
to cut you short, in that era you're talking about, it was back then, years back, we're talking about traditions. They were just the talk of the day. That is what was controlling the society at that particular time, traditions. But again, missionaries came and we have Christianity. And if of course 80% of Kenyans are Christians, so that is why it is a problem in our generation today.
I beg to disagree with you. Yeah, it's true what you've said, but at that time you were getting married. You're not just getting sponsored. You are getting married. If your parents sell you to that person, they sponsor you, whatever you've called it. They sponsor you to that man. You are permanently his wife. Did you know that? But right now in this situation, most of the sponsors are married. And they want this campus girl who hasn't even discovered what she wants in life. She hasn't even discovered if what she's doing is what is right. And she won't get married to that sponsor. The chances of getting married to that sponsor is just like this. Can I call it 0.1 probability? Remember the probability? Yeah, I don't even, if there's even
I doubt.
chances.
They are getting married as second wives. They are getting married
But
as
how long are they staying in that marriage? Just do your research. How long are they staying in that marriage?
And again, is it even marriage or just being patronized in the house? He's
getting married. I have quite a number of friends I know who've gotten married as second wife.
of course your friends must be those kind of people. But again, maybe to get his take. Maybe. All right, my apologies. Maybe to get his take. He's here because of, why you're here. So, in fact, for you, we wouldn't call them sponsors. Only that maybe we would call them that. They are sugar mummies. Why would you go for a sponsor raise? Why do you have that? Why did you even go for that?
First and foremost, I think you should also consider the fact that what are these sponsors going through in their marriages.
Thank you.